The devil is real. He claims his victims, but because the world is so clouded by science, we don't see it until it's too late.
It is reported 18% of the British population believe that the devil exists and that he has the power to possess humans. Another 17% state that they are unsure on the existence of possession or the devil. One factor contributing to these stats could be the desensitisation in relating to demonic possession by the media. Whether it's a supernatural horror like the 2010 film The Last Exorcism or a spoof horror following in the footsteps of the Scary Movie trilogy, demonic possession elements are dominant. Another factor that cannot be overlooked is the growing mental health in today's society. Due to media platforms, healthcare systems such as the NHS are able to push forward mental health awareness. I'm travelling across the country to find the answer, looking at both sides of this, science versus religion, speaking to witnesses and experts in a hope that they can provide key insight into demonic possession. I'm now going to talk to a medical student who should have some interesting opinions on this. So what do you know about possession?
Demonic possession is a phrase used by religionists to explain the unacceptable actions, ideas or statements of others. Often, and especially in pre-scientific societies, those who were possessed included the mentally or physically ill and those under the influence of narcotics. Most reported possessions can be explained through a medical diagnosis. For example, memory loss can be caused by patients who suffered from psychiatric disorders such as post-traumatic stress disorder or substance users. Changes in personality can be caused by delirium, which is an abrupt change in the brain that can cause mental confusion and emotional disruption. Superhuman strength can occur in humans who believe that they are in a life or death situation. If someone believes that they are being possessed and believe that they are about to die, this type of strength may appear.
What is your personal response to the ideologies of demonic possession?
I think it's worrying how many people still believe in demonic possession. It worries me as this could lead to a genuinely ill patient not receiving the medical treatment they need.
I'm going to meet Ben Jordan, a young man who has grown up in the church, surrounded by religion. I hope this will provide an interesting angle on the ideas on possession.
Yeah, I've lived here my whole life. I love it. I love the church. I've always been religious. I was raised that way. How could I not believe in possession? I haven't seen anyone possessed before, but I felt the energy. Negative energy. I felt it in some places, like buildings and stuff, and even in some people. Demonic possession is the idea that a demon or a malevolent being just takes over someone's body. Or unlike in channeling, a host doesn't have control over what they do. The reason that people don't partake in exorcisms anymore is not due to the decreased chance of possession, but more the increase in science. People no longer look at other options. They simply just pack their loved ones away to an institute, calling them mentally ill.
I'm travelling to meet Isabella, a young girl who claims to have witnessed a possession firsthand, an event that she states has changed her life forever. Thank you for agreeing to see me.
No problem. I think it's really important to share these stories. I mean, with the up-and-coming health issues, things like exorcism and possession just get pushed aside.
Have you always believed in possession?
I mean, honestly, I've never believed in spirits and demons. I mean, there's no evidence to prove their existence. You see all those pictures and ghost investigation programmes, but who seriously believes in it? I didn't until about 2 years ago. I used to live about an hour away from here in a house with my auntie. We had a neighbour, Sophia, in her 50s, quite elderly. 6 months into living in my new house, realised there was something a bit weird and something started to change. She didn't leave her house, she didn't go into her garden or even open the blinds, and we started to get a bit worried. So one Saturday I went round, rang her doorbell. It was did it 10-15 times. In the end I went round to the back door. On the floor was Sophia, staring at the ceiling. And I spoke to her and asked if she was okay, but there was no reply. So I stood there for a while. I've never been in that kind of situation before, and I didn't know what was happening. Her head was touching her feet, she was screaming, rocking back and forth, and in her eyes, completely black. She was not human anymore. She'd turned her head and at me. It felt as if her eyes pierced straight through me.
And how has all of this changed your opinion?
Well, from that day I knew. Demons and spirits are real. The devil is real. He claims his victims, but because the world is so clouded by science, we don't see it until it's too late. Sophia died later that day in hospital, and I think the report said she died of a heart attack, but I know the truth.
After the break, I speak to a family who has been directly affected by mental illness. Having a daughter recently diagnosed with schizophrenia, I'm asking the opinion on the ideas of demonic possession.